Patrick Williams now has a young bull right behind him by the name of Montes Bros. So the question for today on this mailbag episode is Patrick Williams' starting job in jeopardy because of Montes Bros? Y'all know we're going to talk about it. Jump into the mailbag as well, but you got to hear the music first.
Cognac. Gang.
Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and I am with my dog, CDubb. What's the word?
What's the word? I was sitting there flowing, Joe. I had to mute my mic. I was flowing to the beat. We got the best beat in the world, bro.
Hey, if y'all tuned in with us, make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell as well. Now, CDubb, I know you kind of alluded to it on the video that you did solo. Talked about Montes Bros and the effect that he could potentially have on Patrick Williams. You want to chime in on that to see if Patrick Williams' job is in jeopardy?
Yeah, but really, I really wanted to get your take on it. I was thinking, yesterday after the Bears game, after the Sky game, I immediately go to the Bulls because I'm a Bulls fan to the heart, bro. More than football is my nephew love, basketball is my love, but we both love all sports equally type shit. If you get what I'm saying, I was thinking about the power forward position, the four. And I was thinking, like, what is the one thing that we always say that Patrick Williams lack? And I thought to myself, aggressiveness. And I didn't even think of Montes. But then I thought, like, Montes, he's aggressive. If you let this kid shoot 30 times, he's going to shoot 32. He's athletic just as much as Patrick Williams is. He has a drive to be the best player in the world, to tell you the truth. He wants to be the best on the planet. Do you see, nephew, this kid possibly throughout the season overtaking Patrick Williams because of his passiveness sometimes on the court? Do you see that? But before you go, there's been questions, there's been doubts through all these years about Javonte Green starting instead of him, Torrey Craig starting instead of him. But they didn't have the goods like this kid got the goods. Now, let me hear what you got to say.
I think it's a fair thing that we got to look at and really, really talk about. But if you ask me, I think that right now, going into this season, he coming off the bench. Now, if he can work his way into that, I'm interested to see how Billy Donovan views this young guy. Do you view him more as a 3, or do you think he's capable of playing that 4 slot? We know he has the height. Does he have that defensive ability you're going to need to play the 4? Does he have, the strength necessary to play against other 4s? How does Billy Donovan want Montes Bros to fit in within his lineup, even if that is an option? But I will say, if it comes down to Patrick Williams, I got to talk about the money, CDubb. Hey, I got to give it a ring to talk about, hey, sometimes these organizations know a dude ain't the best player, but because they paid him, they going to still start him just to try to, right their wrongs. And with this front office and with this head coach, it seems like he likes to lean on veterans a lot more, or guys with experience, because you ain't really got old guys around like that no more. So I'm gonna say it's gonna be an uphill battle, but I don't think the hill was that tough to get up. If that makes sense. What I'm saying? So if you ask me, I would say he starts off on the bench. If P. Will don't come to the forefront, Billy Donovan is going to be forced to maybe make a lineup change, and he's shown that he's willing to do it. So I just say it's pretty much P. Will's job to lose, bro.
Absolutely. I respect that. Even though I have a different view. I also said, I wanted to hear your comment on this, that he had 2 ways that he could get in the starting lineup.
Okay.
That way with overtaking Patrick Williams, and the other way with Zach LaVine being traded. What do you feel about Zach LaVine being traded and him sliding into the starting lineup?
To me, honestly, I think that's the better route.
Okay.
To be honest with you, because I believe right now we could go back and forth. I don't really care, but we could go back and forth and say the best defenders on the squad is maybe P. Will and Ayo. We can just limit it to that.
Absolutely.
We ain't getting into who better, but those are the two best defenders on the squad.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them gonna play your fourth spot. But now you get now if Zach LaVine is moved and you'd be able to slide Buzelis in there at the 3, and you got Giddey, Kobe White, Buzelis, Patrick Williams. Your lineup is huge now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's you got big guys all up and through there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that, to me, I like that option more than, you know what I'm saying, sliding them in at the 4. But just like you said, the caveat to it, you simply got to move Zach LaVine. But CDubb, I gotta throw your own question back to you that you threw to me and all the other people out there. What if Zach want to stay?
Now look.
What if Zach want to stay?
I'm good. I'm good with that. I'm good with either or. He already said he wanted to leave. I'm good with him leaving. But Zach, you can average 30 points per game. This could be your best season of your career. I'm not bullshitting. I'm not speaking in hyperbole. You don't have DeMar DeRozan out there. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. But you don't have DeMar DeRozan. He's not going to be clogging up your spaces to attack. You got people that's going to spot up and shoot jumpers, and Ayo and Patrick Williams, and Kobe White can spot up and space the floor as well. You can have your best season of your career with this team. Let's say you get traded to the LA Lakers. What are you going to be? You're going to be third, fourth fiddle over there. You get traded to Philadelphia. You're going to be third or fourth fiddle. You can be the lead dog over here. Get all the accolades, all the praise. But it's up to you. I think he can average 30 with this team.
He probably damn near could. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, because when DeMar was here, I believe him and DeMar, I believe in that first season, they both averaged like 25 each. Yep. So you know what I'm saying? Now you're getting rid of the 24 points that DeMar DeRozan averaged last season. Those points got to go somewhere. Yeah. So who's gonna step up, or do you grab the bull by the horn and say, "Fuck it, I got it. Follow me"?
Great point. Great pun.
So I think that's something we really got to look into. It's very, very interesting with this Zach LaVine stuff.
And it's very, very possible.
Yes.
I mean, he said he want to go. But if you average 30 and y'all mid like 50%, you like, what y'all 5-5 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You like that. You might want to be like, hold on, Joe.
That's a fact, because a lot of people already, like, I seen people look at the first 20 games, and the first 20 games are brutal. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Like, you're gonna be playing more games on the road than at home within those first 20 games. You're going against 11 teams that was in the 11 of your games are going to be against teams that were in the playoffs last season. It's gonna be tough going, and if you able to be just hovering around 500 or at 500 and not be totally out of it, I seen some people say that they only see the Bulls in their first 20 games winning 6 games. CDubb, I seen it.
Yeah, bro. Like
6-14 is what some people pushed out.
Damn, that's last year.
You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely.
We gotta look at me and you gonna look at that schedule again on a live in the future, because I want to look at that again with you. I know you did that episode by yourself, but we gotta look at that again together.
That's for sure. That's for sure. It's gonna be an interesting one. But now it's time to get into the mailbag, ladies and gentlemen. We got some callers that called in, stated their name, left their tape, and want to be a part of the show. So we gonna play them and show them some love. I'll let you guys know how you can get your opportunity to join in at the end of this one. But CDubb, we're going to start this thing off by hollering at one of our guys that called in. This first one is from Shay.
Shay!
Yo, what's up, y'all? Look, this Shay. Look, I'm going to just keep it real. What if we start winning and we become like top 4 or top 3 in the East? Do we become buyers, or do we become sellers, or do we try to add more veteran leadership on the team? Because I see it as this. There could be a good chance where we could possibly start winning some games. Not because, everybody got something to prove or none of that. But, yeah, we're a young team, but you also have to think about it. A lot of us, such as Patrick Williams, Dalen Terry, Kobe White, Ayo DeSumo, a lot of these much younger guys, except for maybe Josh Giddey and Jalen Smith have been playing together for a minute. And even with Jalen Smith and Josh Giddey, they both have had multiple playoff experiences, especially Jalen Smith, because he had it with the playoffs, especially with Tyrese Halliburton and when they had Montes Bros there. A lot of times he's definitely a part of those teams. So I know a lot of people expect us to be bad, but what if we start winning and we just so happen to creep into the playoffs? What would you want to do then? Anyway, tell me what y'all think. Peace.
That's a good point.
All right. Yep. So we heard from Shay. Definitely gave a solid point. CDubb, take it away.
Yeah, this definitely is a possibility. You know, I am the homer of homers, and I accept that crown. I don't give a damn. If this case happens, I would like to go another route. A lot of teams, they're like, what would be a good move to put us over the hump, or who we need to trade to make us a better team for we can make a little push in the playoffs. I would leave it alone. You hear me? Stop all that bull crap. Leave them alone. Let them grow together and let them get that cohesiveness. And what's the magic word? Continuity with each other before you go and throw another wrench into the fold. Leave it alone.
I think that's a fair point. Especially when we going back to the last topic. If y'all, first of all, nobody has got the Bulls being top 4. Nobody.
Yeah.
Not even me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But things happen in this NBA. It's sports. Injuries happen. Teams somehow don't perform to their, expectations. They don't live up to them. And some teams surprise.
Yes.
So if the Bulls are top 4, they are surprising. But if you get close to that deadline, you call up Rich Paul, you have a sit down with Zach LaVine. Hey, gang. We done been here 41 games, bro. Trade deadline is right around the corner. We looking all right. Does Zach LaVine still want to be here?
Absolutely.
If he say he still want to be here, I say we rock out. But then I got to throw one monkey wrench. Is there any way we can still keep the top 10 pick? Is there any way that we can continue?
Okay. Did I throw a question? I throw a question out? I throw a question at you. Top 10 pick or 4th seed in the playoffs?
I'll take the 4th seed, bro. Not even gonna lie to you.
All right. At least you're honest. Thank you very much.
I mean, because I like watching meaningful basketball. Yeah. I do understand there's gonna be some people on the side of saying, but you're still not growing in. I understand that too. You know what I'm saying? But for me, if you are overachieving at that, it's a tricky line, CDubb, because what if you come back after overachieving and then now you're underachieving or you didn't drastically improve? So it's a thing that you would definitely have to figure out. It's an interesting one, though. But if you asking me, at the trade deadline, the only person that's going to be getting sold off is Vooch.
Oh, yes! Get his ass out of here. We want a mattress. You got a mattress? We'll trade him for a mattress. Head up. Let's go.
No, but I think you should keep all options open until, you get enough evidence to say, okay, cool, we can move along with this.
When has that ever worked for a team where they said this is going to get us the NBA championship or this is going to get us to the Eastern Conference Finals? Do you remember one right off the bat?
Not in the last few years. You seen the Lakers, they made all them trades a few years ago for D'Angelo Russell and Vanderbilt. They got to the Western Conference Finals. They didn't win, though. No, they win. And then they came back. And then they underachieved. So that's the tricky part right there, CDubb. That's the one right there, because if that's why I say you got to have a conversation amongst yourselves and with Zach LaVine on if he wants to be here, because if the Bulls are top 4 around the trade deadline, you got to imagine Zach LaVine's value will be at an all-time high compared to these last few years.
Absolutely.
You might have to pull the trigger, though.
I hear what you're saying, but me personally, I would not. I would not.
For sure. Y'all chime in on that one and let us know.
As long as that conversation happened. As long as that conversation happened, I would not.
For sure. So y'all chime in on that. Shay left a great
That was great.
voicemail, and this is definitely a conversation that needs to be had. So y'all let us know how y'all feeling about that. All right, CDubb, we move into this next one. This one is from Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Yo, what up, Bobby and CDubb, man? All I'm gonna say is, man, I respect y'all podcast and all of that. Y'all do your thing. This your boy Demetrius Smith. I see red all day, every day. But now I just want to call and talk about my man Montes Bros. He gonna be a good one, man. I think they should start him. They should start some of these young dudes, man. Get these older dudes out of here. If they don't want to be here, they gotta go, because they're just gonna mess up the vibe for the team. Now, as far as Zach LaVine go, I put him, have him come off the bench with Lonzo Ball and let these two boys, let the young boys do their damn thing, because if you keep them there starting, you're going to hold back the young boys. That's all I'm saying, man. Love what y'all do. Keep doing what you do, man. And always and forever, man. See red, man. New Yorkers in the building. I'm a New York Bull for sure. Holla at your boy, man.
Oh, bro.
What?
Oh, bro.
I
Shout
ain't had
out
to deal with
Demetrius,
orange
bro.
and blue skies. Orange and blue skies. Shout out to you, my guy. New York holding it down.
Oh, bro.
How you feeling about it, C-Dub?
Hey, man. Hey, great minds think alike. I think Montes, you ain't gonna be able to keep this guy out of the starting lineup. He's a superstar. I'm sorry to tell y'all. I see it before it happens. I can just see it. He's a superstar. I don't know who the casualty is going to be, or even is going to be a casualty, but eventually he's going to be in the starting lineup this season coming up. Zach LaVine coming off the bench. We brought this up previously, nephew, and I think our consensus was that Billy ain't got the balls. He ain't got the balls to do it. So you could just forget about that. I think it might be a good idea if Zach coming on that bullshit. He come out averaging under Zach come in averaging 15 points or something. That's bullshit. So then you sit his ass down. You give us 15 off the bench, motherfucker. Go ahead, nephew.
Oh, I was gonna say, man, yeah, it's gonna take Billy Donovan to, you know what I'm saying, do something. But Zach LaVine right now, as it stands, is your best player. He ain't coming off the bench. Like now, if he BSing, you're gonna have to have a conversation with him, because if he BSing, that means he still don't want to be here. And that means that we need to get rid of him. So we need to start him. Yeah. That's just one of the things. Like, I get it. I want the young guys to shine. You know what I'm saying? I want them to get their shine, and they will. But that ain't gonna come with Zach LaVine on the bench, especially if Zach LaVine wants to get out of Dodge. If you want Zach LaVine to get out of Dodge, he got to play and be able to show teams that he's healthy and that he can still be a team player. So it's not just the Bulls doing what's best for him. He has to do what's best for himself as well, because teams already got this this idea in their minds that you ain't a winning player. And then the idiot team source came out and said the same thing. He can't. The Bulls can't afford to have Zach LaVine come off the bench right now, and Zach LaVine can't have himself come off the bench or be bad when he starts playing these games.
I'm glad you said that, nephew. He cannot afford to come out here and bullshit. So body language, y'all remember that body language when he was pissed off? That was some bad ass body language to be on the court. Everything that's included with being a good teammate on the floor and off, Zach LaVine has to do. That conversation that we talked about earlier in the show, that has to happen. And after that, we'll see.
For sure. Well, thanks for calling in, Demetrius. We appreciate the call. And thanks for saying you rock with us from New York.
Shout out NY, bro. Shout out NY.
Real. I'm going to take me a trip. Send me some suggestions. I don't want to see no big ass rats. But nonetheless, here's the last one for the day. This one comes in from one of our Surtees. You know what I'm saying? It's coming from R-Dub.
R-Dub.
Here it is.
What's the deal, Cognac family? R-Dub here. I'm really leaving this message because I ain't really left one in a minute, but also I'm leaving this message because of this comment I just seen. And I remember it was a little topic a little while ago, so I want to really speak on it. The trade Kobe convo that's just circulating around certain Bulls fans, it really need to stop. Because I don't know what you're thinking that you're going to get back for him. If you think like, oh, man, we trade him right now, we mess around and get 2-3 picks. Okay, say we get 2 or 3 picks. What are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with them? You really trust AK and Mark Eversley to make great picks after trading Kobe White, who is a young star at this moment, and becoming greater by pretty much every game? I don't want to just like overgas them and stuff like that, but I don't think the risk is worth it. I'm gonna be honest. And for anybody saying like, oh, well, years later when we do whatever, hey, yo, let's see what happens years later, bro. We're not about to get nothing good for them. Like, let's not even make the move. Let me know what you think.
For sure.
Bro.
R Dub got one that yeah. Let's go ahead, CDubb.
Hey, bro, shout out to R Dub, bro. You need to be doing this shit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. You cold with your shit. I like your perspective on basketball. First of all, to the people trying to trade Kobe White, I think I understand where you're coming from, but that is never gonna happen, and I do not like it. Kobe White has been working hard on this game, and I know it's a business before anything. I don't think it's a good business move to trade Kobe White. It's just not a good business move to trade Kobe White. I don't think you can get the value that Kobe White brings back. And like he said, I don't trust this front office with the picks. Absolutely. Kobe White is going to probably have a difficult time this season. It's not going to be as easy as it was last season with the more talent on his team and Zach LaVine coming back in the fold. But I am not yet ready to get rid of Kobe White, and I don't trust the front office in trying to get a trade in the requisite value for Kobe White in the market.
Fair enough. Me, I look at Kobe White and I say he's highly underpaid.
Yes.
He only getting paid 11 mil.
Yes.
Like he has one of the best deals out there right now for a young player who, you know what I'm saying, who placed himself, you know what I'm saying, in great conversations this past season to the points where he caused the opposing team to game plan for him, to try to shut him down and not allow him to get off, because he know that once you put that hot pocket in there for 3 minutes in the microwave, it's going to bust open. No diddy. But that's the point. It just like, I just don't want us to, as Bulls fans, and I'm on the side of you, CDubb and R-Dub, I don't want us to come to this and be like, oh, Kobe White is over there in a new team. He made an all-star team. Or, oh, look at Kobe White go for 40. Oh, the same way we continue to bring up Lowry marketing, and he ain't been here in years. Same thing we keep bringing up with Jimmy Butler. He ain't been here in years. Retain some of the homegrown talent that you have. CDubb, I'm not saying you have to keep him forever, but you need to keep him right now while you're still trying to right the ship. Now, if you come in and you find out that Montes Bros is a superstar that we believe he can be, that's a dub. If you believe that Josh Giddey is going to be the point guard of the future, that's a dub. And then who knows? You might be able to draft somebody in this next year draft and find another budding star. Maybe you can start packaging up some of these young players to go get you a legit player in the league without any questions. That's the people bring up why the Chicago Bulls don't ever get top free agents or disgruntled superstars, is because we never have the assets, guys. We always going to get a DeMar DeRozan. He was great here, but we go get a DeMar DeRozan. We go get a Alex Caruso, a Zach LaVine and stuff like that. And these are older guys that some people around the league like, but sometimes these guys get injured. These guys start not living up to the expectations, and then their value plummets. Guess what ain't going to be a plummet in value? Young players constantly showing that they're growing. Look how many games Patrick Williams has played for the Bulls since in his career. Look how great he's been. He ain't been that great. That's a fact. And guess what? People still want him because there's some GM out there that's gonna be like, man, I can transform that young player. That's what you need. You need Dalen Terry to rise up. You need Julian Phillips to rise up. You need Kobe White to rise up. Ayodo Sumu for future things down the line. I don't think trading Kobe White right now is the right thing to do, especially when you're trying to push this youth movement to something that's sustainable for more than 3 years.
Yeah. Yeah, like shit. All of the kids, matter of fact, could fit into that. What you was just talking about, nephew. Shit, Josh Giddey, he only 21, 22 years
That's
old.
what I'm saying.
Hey man, Lonzo Ball, he's 26 years old. Like, bro, look at I see that smirk, man.
Because every time,
I'ma keep bringing Lonzo Ball up until you see. You gonna see, nephew.
I'm gonna see. I can't wait to see. I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't wait to see it.
Let's go, man.
For sure. I find it interesting though. Me personally, I don't agree with that. If some people feel like they should trade him now, I'm just gonna tell them I don't agree with you. I don't. I just don't agree with you.
Right now.
Because my thing is you're gonna take in with Kobe White, I believe right now you're just gonna take in a bunch of nothing. And nobody's trading, you know what I'm saying, their best because you got to make contrast match. So if you're making contrast match, that means you got to include other Bulls players. Now we're gonna deplete the team for most scraps. I'm just saying. I ain't with it.
I ain't with it, bro. Just leave shit alone. Sometimes the best recourse is just to leave shit alone. That's
For
it.
sure.
That's it.
For sure. But that is it from us. CDubb, do you got anything left?
Hey, man, thanks for all the support y'all been giving us. We're trying to get to 7,000. Make sure y'all punch that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that like button. See y'all on the next one.
For sure. Thank y'all very much. That is it from us. Make sure before you get up out of here, you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you want to be a part of the mailbag episode that take place on the weekends. We've been a little busy and I went to a Bears game this weekend, so it's releasing on a Monday. But nonetheless, you can go ahead and be a part of this mailbag episode by calling in, stating your name, and leaving your take. The number's at the center of your screen. 773-242-9219 is the number. Thank y'all so much, Bulls Nation. Always see red, and we gonna catch y'all on the next one for sure.
Cognac. Gang.